iDiskiTV powered by Sports Betting at iDiskiTimes.co.za. It is Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Supersport United 0 in the Betway Premiership. Njengasiqala ke Mamelodi Sundowns iqala kahle ileague sakothuka sasiqhwanyaza kunyanga kaOctober ubhithi phela babe bebaleka phambili Oscar Pistorius mfondini bebaleka bodwa Usain Bolt. Mamelodi Sundowns ke le besicinga fanele bake la form bebengenayo ku MTN 8 mhlawumbi iyabachaphazela ku league kodwa ke kuyabonakala basiphila kwe-simulation mfondini ubomi buyaziphinda-phinda lento kuthiwa i-deja vu. iSundowns bane win league mina sisonge izandla sijonga siqhwaba izandla nathi akukhona elo themba uGavin Hunter khona ingako kayenzileyo uye wama phambi kwabadlali beSundowns nqe ezama banqanda kusiqingana sesibini badini abadlali abanye becollapse mfondini nojuka manje ojuka manje bephefumula ngopipe mfondini because ke kudala belileqa ibhola. Hayi ke iSundowns yazenzela ke ngosiqingatha sesibini yangamanqaku amabini eqandeni elaphumelela iqela elityheli langapha eMamelodi elika Dr Patrice Motsepe. Mr. So-and-so, former Mamelodi Sundowns attacking midfielder. What did you make of the game, sir?
Mr. Kunjani
Mr. So-and-so.
Angibulise wena, ngibulise Justice, ngibulise Junior, ngibulise Bobo, ngibulise Pep Guardiola.
Yes, sir.
Nginibulise la nemakhaya, ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Ngizobe nje njalo akuchiki futhi.
Yeah, umoya umuphansi nje saqala isizini ngathi izophela saqala.
You know, Mr. Kyo, there's one thing that I like about football. Football, but football can humble you, Mr. Kyo. When you think you know football is who am I in you. One thing I would say, I would say I respect the coach. Why I would say I respect Coach Mangob is that, when you listen, I respect you. Because I think, like I said, after I came here, Polokwane, the first leg, Stellenbosch, I said, and I believe ukuthi ubonile ngoba the second leg Stellenbosch, it was a total different team in terms of the way badlala ngakhona against Imbabane Swallows. Again, you could see good diamond. Now they're coming. Now this is the Sundowns that you know. First half this evening, it was not the Sundowns that we know. Yes, by Dala, but they were just casually playing in front of Ukavina Hunt, Supersport United. And for him, Ukavina Hunt was like, "Oh, thank you very much. If you keep the ball there in front of me, then thank you. I'm not gonna be hurt." And I said, the game for me is boring. But if the game is going to continue the way it was first half, then it's going to be a draw.
It was going to end as a draw, so if they continued the way.
Yes.
But they were changed in the second half.
Bayasho ngesilungu Mr. Nkeo. Angazi noma lesilungu ngizosisho siyazwakala noma siwakale. If it's not broken, don't fix. I don't care who says what. And I always say mina Mr. Nkeo, this team ukuthi uRolando khona akekho. Wena coach ufika uhlala laphayana, you see ukuthi le moto ihamba kahle, ungafuni ufaka amatayira wakhe amanye, because mawuchange amatayira kumele uchange ama-nuts. Mawuchange ama-nuts, now you are changing manje i-movement of the car, then uzoba nama-problems. But if you continue, Mr. Keo, ukuthi bazothi abantu hayi no usaqhubeka ngeteam kaRolando. These players have got contracts at Sundowns. You are the head coach at Sundowns, and you decided you want to continue this way because this way it's working for the team, it's working for the players, and it's working for me. So everyone's gonna be happy. Forget about the team. And what he did second half, putting, Mr. Keo, noma ungavula wonke ama-shop manje ngalesikhathi wavula wonke angeke ngithenge experience. Never. Ungavula wonke ama-shop ngisho noma ungangiflyisa all the countries in the world, there's no shop that is selling experience. You must earn it. Look at Mshishi. That experience yakhe, being in the game, as a leader, everyone knows when Mshishi is there, things will happen. And then look at the first goal. Look at the second goal. Mr. Keo, certain things we just need to live with it. Let's not change those things. Let's allow things to unfold the way they unfold.
So he can't be an impact player?
No, you can't do that.
He can't be a super sub?
No, you can't make Mshishi a super sub. I mean, this man can take the game from the first whistle to the last whistle with 100% performance. He's a leader. He's the leader, and all you could see the way Magangena go to the players, how much they respect him. And when he's there, they give him the ball. They know that when he's got the ball, something will happen.
If you ask Coach Gavin Hunt, he will probably say something like, you know what, we don't have players, we have young players, we use a lot of DDC players, so you can't expect us to beat Sundowns. Sundowns can buy the whole league, they have billions and billions, they have unending money, so you can't expect us to attack Sundowns. That's a recipe for disaster.
Mr.
That's what he would say, probably. So, Tina, we were tired because we were the viewing audience. People pay DSTV subscription to watch you. Also, some of them, they're there at the stadium. You're punishing them for supporting you guys. Why is it that every now and then you can't shock the opposition by attacking? Do you see it from his perspective? So, if you can see it from that perspective.
Look, Mr. Nkeo, I will say, first half, it was good for him.
Not for us as the viewers.
Not for us.
It was shit for the viewers.
Yeah, no, for him, it was like perfect. Guys, if we can keep it this way, we've got it. We've got it in our hands. We've got that point. We've got that point. Let's go again, second half, and let's fight. Let's fight there. Let's make sure that we win all the duels there. If we have to kick the ball outside, then kick it. And then we'll regroup all of us, and then that's it. We close all the spaces that they want. And unfortunately, Coach Mangoba, and then a little experience that these guys have earned it. I always say, Mudiba. Mudiba, he made a pass. Yangenza my stomach waiting abanda with that pass. When was the last time we see our passes of Anala?
In fact, so that was the only thing that was missing from Sundowns. The tempo of their build-up was too slow. They needed to speed it up. Secondly, they were not playing on that number 8/number 10 area where siyaphaka manje, like we are literally cooking for the forwards. In the first half, they didn't do that at all. The forward pass, but defense splitting pass. And then with Mudiba's introduction, Themba Zone's introduction, you could see they were playing in that area, number 8, number 10. And you cannot exist in football without playing in that area. You can play cute passes sideways, but until you are able to speed it up and be dangerous for number 4, number 5, number 2, number 3, or opposition team, then it's going nowhere. That defense splitting pass was beautiful.
Mr. Nkeo, I know Sundowns with pockets. And the second half, I saw those pockets. Those ran Mudiba. That's why it was easy for Mudiba to play that pass to Ribeiro because of now they've realized, we must use those pockets, of which it was something that we are not seeing from Sundowns. That's why I said earlier, if it's not broken, don't fix. These guys are good at using those pockets. And if they don't use those pockets, then it's become difficult for them to break. That's why first half, they were playing that in front of Supersport because no one was making those runs in those pockets. So those pockets were empty. No one was occupying those pockets. But second half, after Mdiba came in and Mshishi, and eventually Lodge, also Matthews, now you started to see them in those pockets, and those passes were going in those pockets. That's how, that's what Sundowns we know. This is the Sundowns that we know. And unfortunately, on the sad part, Mr. K, is that hey, Shengat is a rapper for I was so happy.
It's killing my soul.
I was so happy, but at the very same time, I was also angry to say, but why it has to change? Yes, and Mr. K, say if we not going to be competitive in League, but in the right manner, in a way that teams they need to push.
They need to pick up.
Yes, they need to push. Yes, not Sundowns to come to their level.
Yeah.
No, they need to go to Sundowns level. So that was the thing with me to say, no, but Sundowns, they're sitting on top of the mountain. Now they're walking down, to meet everyone there. No, I need all the teams to come up also to the mountain and fight with Sundowns there. Yeah. So that was the thing.
Let me ask you one more thing, so before we wrap up the video. I made this observation as I was seeing it. Now, it's not a groundbreaking observation.
Yeah.
Those coaches have always been there.
Yeah.
Do you foresee any challenge with having Grant Johnson and Andre Aranza people who have a goalkeeping perspective as your assistant coaches. Now, Grant Johnson obviously is your former teammate. You won the league with him, and he's the goalkeeper coach at Supersport United.
Yeah.
The assistant coach to coach Gavin Hunt is Andre Arons, our hero, national team, World Cup goalkeeper. And he's also a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
Would you not be well served by having a more attacking person? I mean, they're not going to fire them, obviously. We're not saying that. They already have contracts at Supersport United. But I made this observation. I'm looking at them like, hey, where's the... And now Coach Gavin Hunt was a right back as well at Hellenic and other clubs that he played for. Where's this coach that is going to breathe life into Coach Gavin, help him with the attacking schemes? Maybe that's why this team in a limitation in terms of what they do going forward, because you have a coach who was a right back, and next to him you have an assistant coach who was a great goalkeeper, of course. We can't take that away from him. He won 4 league titles with different teams as well. Coach Andre Arons, I think he was the oldest player in South Africa to win the league at age 44 or something like that. And then there's Grant Johnson, he won the league as well. But can you see what I'm seeing? So like, am I wrong in thinking that there's no variety in that bench as well?
Mr. Nkeo, in terms of issue foot and the people who for years, when you were a player and you become a coach, it comes out to what type of a player were you when you were playing. That's why you see Supersport, they are good at defending. They've got Coach Gavin was a defender. You've got 2 goalkeepers. Everyone they are good at defending. That's why you find it's so hard to really break that defense. Mr. Nkeo, I think I would give a bit of advice to the technical team of Supersport. You know, you need. You know, sometimes Dr. Ivan Koza used to say, you need to be streetwise sometimes. You know, don't go with the book all the time. Sometimes you need to be streetwise. So in that technical team, they need somebody who maybe former attacking midfielder, attacking player, or maybe a defensive midfielder.
In the DTC or in the development.
Yeah, maybe, you know,
an attacking midfielder.
Yes, you need somebody like that so that he can come with that element of attacking to the team, because the team, they like robots. They just grind and, you know, play that long ball. Sometimes you need grind and then have a bit of playing and creativity in terms of getting to that final third. I think the advice that I would say is to say, look, you can bring him here, Uchabo, and you know, so that he can give you that eye of attacking and that cleverness in that midfield to say, look, sometimes you need to cheat for about 2 minutes, you know, to cheat, and then you're going to get the ball and then you give us something. So other than that, you know, it's going to be tough for him this season if he's going to continue with this way, because they've seen him, and after this game tonight, they've seen how Sundowns, they've break that midfield and defense. It's going to be tough for him.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much to Mr. So-and-so. That's Supersport United losing to Mamelodi Sundowns in the Betway Premiership. There we are then. I do think that Supersport, of course, will beat some teams in the league, because there are really a lot of poor teams. Maybe there's like 12 or maybe 10 poor team than Supersport. So he will win some games, lose some games. I don't know whether or not he could win anything insofar as trophies, but we'll see. We have too many trophies in the country anyways. It is iDiskiTV Times, Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.